You see this agenda on Premier League teams, it is not going to work. This agenda you guys started, it is not going to work. Some days back, they released the GAs of best attackers in the world. Luis Diaz, Olise, Yamal, Rafinha, Greenwood, and Vinicius Jr. You get, and a lot of people were saying, or a lot of people were just talking all sort of things. Saying, where is the Premier League wingers? Where are the Premier League attackers? Where are they? You get, so they are just putting the blame, like they talk rubbish to say this is the reason why they say Premier League now Farmers League. Premier League no for league. But they should not forget that 4 out of these 6 players are product of the Premier League. 4 out of these 6 players are product of the Premier League. Luis Diaz, Olise, Greenwood, and Rafinha. All of them played in the Premier League. And when they played in the Premier League, they couldn't produce these numbers. When Luis Diaz played in Liverpool, he couldn't produce these numbers. When they say play for Crystal Palace, he couldn't produce these numbers. Greenwood in United, he didn't produce it. Rafinha in Leeds United, he didn't produce it. But look at them now, flourishing. Bayern Munich, or this Greenwood, Marcel. Look at Rafinha in Barcelona. You get, this is the reason why we say the Premier League is the hardest league in this world. In as much as say we defend the Premier League. Yes, this season the Premier League attackers have been very, very poor. Yes, that is 100%. They've been very, very poor. But you know me say now go talk down on the Premier League. I bet you, if the lack of Semenyo, Doku, Ahmad, or let me say Neto, even Mbuemo leave the Premier League and go to this league, they will produce these numbers. Because all of this league are not as intensive as the Premier League. You get, so enough of these agendas. You get, Premier League, they're very, very hard. Very, very hard. The expectation for Premier League, and they're very, very high. Look at Joao Felix. Look at the numbers he's producing for Al-Nassr. You get, look at Harry Kane. Look at the numbers he's producing. He never produced kind of numbers for Tottenham. So enough of these agendas of a thing. You get, if any of these Premier League attackers go to any of this club, they will produce these numbers. That is just the honest truth.